What's happening, YouTubers? It is your boy CB, and we are back for my favorite series that I do, a huddle watch along with the recruit. On today's episode, I have a treat for all of you guys that love defensive football. And if you like DB play, you are going to really enjoy this episode. I have probably one of the most dangerous ball hawks you can see on tape as a safety, one of the some of the most ridiculous range you will see and instincts and just natural hands. Four-star safety from Mandarin High School, Drake Stubbs, easily some of the most ridiculous ball skills you will see on tape, regardless of position, regardless of class. But y'all don't want to hear me tell it. Trust me, you're going to want to hear it from him. Without further ado, one of the baddest DBs in any class. Four-star safety, Drake Stubbs. How's it going, Brody?
Nothing much. Good. Going pretty
Look,
well.
we got to get right into it. So, first of all, you're coming off of an accomplishment you and the squad had recently. You guys just won district.
Yes, sir.
Speak to what it's like to accomplish. Obviously, that's not the overall season goal. You guys have other goals on that board, but it is nice to cross off a preseason goal. Speak to how that felt as a locker room to add that trophy to the closet.
We was turned up. We was turned up, but we beat them. We beat Sandalwood pretty bad. So we was really ready on to get on to the next and focused on our bigger goal. We didn't really take it as like a real district championship game. We just took it as handling business and getting to the next game.
Where does that business like mentality come from? Because y'all also got the South Florida swag too. Like, it's not like y'all not having fun. Y'all are out there having
Yeah.
fun, but you still have that business approach where you're like, all right, district is district. That's not our main goal. Where does that business like approach come from?
Uh, really practicing and everybody been saying that we should be a state championship team. So we just trying to be out there showing what we can do.
Is it different having that target on your back? Like, it's easier when you're hunting and when they're like, oh, we don't know
Yeah,
what Mandarin gonna be, but y'all come into this year and everyone's like, all right, Mandarin, what's up, dog? Like, is it different having that target on your back
yeah, it's different because we getting everybody best shot. We getting
every game?
every team we playing, we getting their best shot. Like and we can tell because we see them playing other teams that we've already played, and it's not the same, and they not playing the same at all versus how they played against us.
Because they coach in the locker room talking about this your Super Bowl. Like,
Yeah,
you beat Mandarin this week. This makes our season. This gets you on tape for somebody. Every receiver you play against, they like, hey, Drake out there. If I catch one on him, somebody watching him. So somebody gonna
yeah,
see me if I catch one on him.
yeah, and
So
they all gonna go on social media and
you know,
it's
you
gonna
know
go
what it is.
crazy
You
when you somebody.
so that's a part of y'all's journey I always like to ask about, right? So you said you really started playing safety, really zoned in on DB in the ninth grade. And we're gonna get into why, because it's interesting. I would love to know because the ball skills make me think a receiver coach would have grabbed you and been like, nah, he's mine. But speak to that mindset change of Drake Stubbs trying to make himself going into now you're four-star safety Drake Stubbs. Every camp you go to, somebody knows your name that you don't know. Every time you line up against somebody, a receiver wants to make his name out of you. Speak to the difference in mindset of the player you are now versus the player you were as a freshman.
Really, I was going into it because I didn't really think I was gonna really go that crazy on offense because our quarterback wasn't really all that. So I felt like on defense, I make my own destiny. So I felt like defense
Hey,
was the way to go because I don't got to count on nobody. It's just me, and if I mess up, it's my fault. And if I do good, I'm the man.
you the man. Did you always enjoy that pressure, even little league growing up in football, wanting to be the guy? Because even at safety, they play you single high. It looked like your defensive coordinator just be like, "Hey, go ahead and
Yeah,
do
go make
what you do
plays.
out there." Like, is he leave you out there? You be 20 yards deep, and I'm like, oh, he knows his defensive coordinator know what's up.
Yeah,
Have you
yeah,
always liked that pressure of being the guy?
yeah. I mean. I've had no choice but to like it since ninth grade. I walked into a starting spot and they was counting on me, and shoot, I couldn't run from it, so I had to just man up and be a dog at a young age.
Do you feel like that helped you? Like when do you feel like the game started slowing down? Because they say varsity football is faster than what you're gonna see previously. And you starting so young, starting as an incoming freshman, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know where all your classes is yet, and you
Yeah,
on the squad. When do you feel like the game started slowing down for you, and it was like, oh, not only can I do this, like I'm him out here.
honestly, I think it was this year. I think this year is when the game really started slowing down, I'm really knowing what was going on all aspects of the field, and it really slowed it down for me, and I can play slower too because I'm not thinking that much, and I'm already knowing what's going
Yep.
on. So, well, really, yeah, I can play faster. I can play
On
faster from
instinct
that because
now.
I'm not thinking that much because all this stuff is really second nature.
So one of the things that's very interesting about you as a player, you're not just on a competitive football team during the year. You're on one of the baddest 7-on-7 squads I think you could put together. That's no
Yeah,
hyperbole. You could look up the roster. I've interviewed several of y'all, and I'm trying to figure out how they get all y'all on one squad at this point. Like,
I don't know neither.
speak to what it's like being on that raw 7-on-7 team and how that has upped your game as a DB.
Really, the energy. We on the team we bring energy in every play. Like we screaming all types of junk. So I definitely came back and brought that back to my squad, and we doing well right now. We doing pretty good. Really, the energy. Like if you come with that energy, and everybody latch on to it, y'all gonna be great. Y'all gonna be straight.
Is contagious. There's something about y'all raw players. Like every time I find one of y'all, I ask Steve-O, I'm like, Steve-O, how y'all put this many elite athletes? It don't matter what the star ranking is. If that boy play on raw, I guarantee you he got speed. Like I guarantee you he
The
fast.
whole
He
team.
he probably a student of the game. Like every single one of y'all are also students of the game. Y'all don't mind the competition. It's a different type of animal y'all have on that squad.
Yeah, it is.
It don't make no sense. So when we talk about a different type of animal, you're one of the most busy recruits like on the timeline. You've been you've been moving. So there's a couple of visits I want to ask you about that you've taken. More recently, we saw the pics. It was fire. Then you took the FSU visit.
Yeah.
Tell us what that visit was like and your thoughts on the coaching staff.
I've been going to FSU ever since I was a kid. Before I had any offers, I've been going up there camping. So this last visit, it was like it was about. I done seen everything. My brother plays for FSU, so it was just the atmosphere. Like the atmosphere in FSU is just awesome, especially going to a game. Like the game's just always like crazy. The crowd shaking, and then everybody doing
They doing
the
that.
no
Yeah.
chant.
That's gotta being there live for that
Yeah, it's
in that recruiting
definitely
in that student section has to be a memory. You know what I'm saying? That has to be a memory that everybody don't get. And you getting to see it from a different perspective too, because you out there, you watching the DBs, you trying to see, hey, what I may look like this at safety there. Or they do this with that safety. So being there and then hearing the reactions of a big hit going, oh, that's how they gonna do when I hit somebody, like this is
that's
crazy.
exactly how it is.
So that's got to just be, even though you've been there so many times, I would imagine being there for a home game is like the first experience every time.
Yeah, like the home game is just crazy.
That's
They-
got to be nuts. Especially as that's the crib. That's in the backyard.
yeah, and then I'll see my brother, and then I'll see my brother get on the field, and then
And it's extra
it's
turn up.
it's crazy.
So now I'm gonna ask you about the enemy. Now I'm gonna ask you about the enemy. So you recently have taken a Miami visit, got a relationship with that staff. Tell us what that visit was like and what your thoughts on Cristobal and Coach Adai.
Coach Chris Ball and Coach Adar are both great guys. I've been talking to them for a long time, And I feel like they were great. They were great when I was talking to them. Coach Adal likes me a lot. He loved my range, how I can play hash to hash, and he like how I hit. And yeah, they say they like everything about my game. So I'm loving that about Miami. And then the games at Miami is crazy. Like I'm this last well, I think when was that, like a month ago or a couple weeks ago? I had went to their game versus Georgia Tech. It was a bad one at the end, but it was crazy though. It was
It's a
crazy.
crazy game, though.
It was
Yeah,
everywhere know about it. It was crazy.
it was crazy. And then you get to see for both squads, for both hometown teams, you get to see obviously the tradition at DB, but currently you get to see what their DBs are doing too. And I
Yeah.
would imagine both coaching staffs is doing the same thing. They're going, "Hey, look, we lit at DB. You could be the next." That just has to be fun for a recruit. But how do you balance all of that with I'm trying to win state this year? Like, how is that tough for a recruit? Because you got
It's
school, like you got
yeah,
you got
it's a lot.
homework tonight, like some school wants you to visit this weekend, but then you also have a goal of we trying to win state this year. What is that like balancing all that?
Uh, sometimes you just gotta block it all off and think on the main goal, win the state. Like some days it's just I'm not even on my phone. I'm locked into the game. I'm watching my film. Like I'm not looking at no social medias and nothing like that. Texting people back. It's just some days you gotta lock yourself down and just lock into your craft and see how you doing in real life right now.
Is that the key? Just staying grounded, basically. Just
Yeah,
look, the offer is gonna be the offers, the coach is gonna be the coaches. I'm still me, whether I talk to them today or Thursday. Like,
yeah,
but right now, my goal is my goal. Trust me, that same coach still wants you Thursday. Ain't no
yeah.
ain't no he ain't text me back this time, the offer gone. Not when they see this tape.
Oh, hey,
Y'all. Very first play, right? He does something that I know this quarterback had a headache because bro changed direction and got this pick on this first play. And this
yeah.
quarterback didn't think he was going to be there because he's not supposed to be. Now, this is what we're talking about again. That trust I'm talking about. Ain't nobody else back here with him. Ain't nobody else back there. Brody back there by himself. Now watch him change direction. Quarterback made the right read, bro. You open your hips the other way. He made the right read. Bless his heart. He thought he had you.
Yeah,
Change direction.
I knew exactly where the ball was coming the whole time.
Were you baiting him on this?
Yeah, I just baited him. I
That's
knew once I
nasty.
got out the spot that he was gonna throw it up.
That's nasty. Because obviously, to bait something like this, you obviously have to have the recovery speed, the trust in your recovery speed, and what we talked about at the top, the range. And bro said he not a former receiver. For those of y'all that missed that conversation. But for you playing safety, do you love it when you are single high like this, when you get to just be a ball hawk?
Yeah, because it's really no responsibility. You just out there playing ball. See what's coming your way, and if something come to the middle of the field, you got to go get it.
And what I love about your game too is you see when I say ball hawk, someone in the comments gonna think, well, is he tough? Well, that same ball hawk will come downhill and hit like a linebacker.
Yeah, that's exactly why I made that play my second play. I knew that play was
Is
going.
it what's more rewarding for you? If you get a big hit on a receiver or versus getting a pick?
Definitely a pick. Definitely a pick.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Because the hits they just count as tackles, and I want to see my stat sheet going up. And them picks make a difference in your stat sheet.
How much is film study a part of your game? Because when I say you knew this corner was coming before before he put his foot in the ground,
Oh
and once
yeah,
he put his foot in the ground, undercut. How much is film study a part of your game? Because it looks like you recognize routes and diagnose routes with the snap of a finger.
a lot. I really it was just all my free time. Like I'll be sitting in class or we don't got nothing to do. I turn on the film. I'm sitting at the house, done with work. I ain't got nothing to do. I turn on the film. So I watch. I watch a lot of film. Just turning it on, not even thinking that I'm watching a lot, but I actually do watch a lot of film. Just wanting to know more about my game and about the other team.
So a play like this, talk to us about a play like this where you, again, this is film study. This is you understanding what's about to happen. And when he releases this ball, bless his heart.
I was kind of mad because I feel like I could have got down there faster and I could have caught that and took it for 6. That's what I felt.
That's why, hold up.
That's
so
what
bro
I
got a
like.
legit Sports Center top 10 hit stick. And the competitor in you is like, this should have been a pick 6.
Yeah, like, because it floated in the air. That's what I was.
It did hang up a little bit.
Yeah, but yeah, I smacked dog though. I definitely smacked him.
So that's that competitive side of you where even when you watch your own film, you've become your worst critic, where it's like, hey, this was a live play. However, it could have been 6.
Yeah, like I was thinking about that for a little second.
I like that though, because that's that. Enough is never enough. Again, bro, people not supposed to be able to do this. People are not supposed to be able to do this. Check out, bro. Foot in the ground. But we saw a similar interception from Travis Hunter this weekend. This is you jumping a route that you're not supposed to be covering.
At all.
How much is that just your instincts and just that football IQ?
Really just peeping the quarterback for a little second and I don't know. I think my ball skills may be natural because everything when the ball is in there, it just come natural. I'm just going up to catch it like I usually.
Yeah, we getting into that now. How have you not played receiver? So for those of y'all that don't know, he has been primarily focusing on DB since the 9th grade. What is it about catching the football that has always just been this natural for you? Because usually when you see that from a receiver, guys like Justin Jefferson, guys that just make it look effortless. Your ball skills are very much like that. You make it look effortless. You high point the football like a receiver. What is it about that that's just always felt natural to you?
I played baseball for a little second. I played baseball for a long time, so
Okay.
I think I got real good ball tracking skills because with the baseball it's way different. You gotta really track that ball.
Sense.
It's so small. You really have to track that ball. So with the football, it's way easier, honestly. But I played baseball for a long time, and I think a lot of my ball tracking skills come from that.
Did you play center field?
Yeah, I played third base.
Okay, this all makes sense.
Yeah,
this all makes sense now. So when you play center field, did your right and left fielder just play all the way on the lines and was like, Drake got the rest of that?
Yeah, really. I was really out there playing the whole field.
So that the range now makes sense. The range makes a lot of sense to me, but that's why I asked, because the first time I'm watching, I'm thinking, oh, former receiver. Like the ball skills look like former receiver. Have they asked you to play any offense at Mandarin?
Like I play in like in the 2-point conversions and stuff like that. Like I was at receiver for a little second, but because our receivers are so good to where like they need me, they're gonna need me in a crunch time situation. But usually we're blowing people out and not wanting to risk injury and stuff like that.
If they ever need a fade, like if they ever need a goal line,
yeah, fade, they need a go ball or a fade, throw me in.
I just need the OC to know it's out there, the option out there. I ain't saying you got to do it because I know y'all got Frenchie, y'all loaded on offense. But you know what I'm saying? If he wanted to throw a fade Stubbs' way, I just think it would be a good idea.
Yeah.
So you do have a loaded offense on the other side of the ball at Mandarin. What are those practices like going against those receivers?
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like we got a 4-star corner and a 3-star and another 3-star corner, and then we got Jamie French at receiver. So it's like it's crazy. It's always we battling every day. We going hard, cussing each other out, fighting. We in practice we going hard. So and then everybody gonna be talking about it because you know your name big. Everybody gonna be talking about something that happened. So So really, we out there defending. We out there fighting for our life, making sure ain't nothing crazy finna happen to us.
And that got to prepare you so much on Saturdays and Fridays because look, I've been dealing with Frenchie all week.
Yeah, like none of them guys that
You
I'm
know what I'm
playing
saying?
against is the same.
Like, no disrespect to nobody else, but what are you really like? I've been dealing with this dude all week.
Yeah,
I'm ready to see another receiver at this point.
yeah, it's easy.
It's like, bro, there's unless you him, we
Yeah,
good. Like we good. Unless you walk out him, we
yeah,
good.
yeah. Unless JJ come up, and we got to guard JJ. I think that's probably one of the best dudes I'm gonna guard in practice every day.
That's gotta just and it same for him. That iron just sharpens iron. So when he see a safety over the top of him, if he like, bro, that's not 11. I don't care. Like you,
Yeah,
that double team made nothing to me because that's not Drake. If that's not Drake out there, throw that thing up. I'm I'm good. And it's the same way vice, and that's why y'all have built the squad that y'all have built. So an aspect that is underrated for you because you're such a ball hawk is your ability to provide run support, to be a little nasty in the box. You don't mind getting your nose dirty.
yeah.
You feel like that part of your game goes unnoticed because of how good, like we see here, closing speed, and you're not pushing guys out of bounds. You lower your shoulder and you hit somebody. You feel like that just goes underrated because of how well you are in coverage.
Uh, I really don't know. Because every time someone talking about me, they say I'm a hard hitting safety that got great ball skills. So I
That
don't
mean
think
they
it really.
watched. That mean they watched.
Yeah, I don't think it really goes that much unnoticed, but I think it goes unnoticed sometimes. Not really.
If they lead with heart, that mean they watched you and they didn't just watch a few highlights. I mean they
Yeah,
actually was like, oh, okay, they watched deep into that thing. Because I mean, you get to the second play and you nail somebody. So if somebody say you're only a covered safety, you've been outed by only watching the very first play.
yeah.
So when it comes to DBs, and because you are a student of the game, is there a DB that you like to watch to model your game after?
I really like Duran James and Jamal Adams. I like Duran James and Jamal Adams. Those are some dudes that I really want to picture my game after picture my game of. And I watch a lot of Sean Taylor highlights, but that he was a freak of nature. He was a
That
freak
boy's
of
insane.
nature.
But you have that length. You had that length very much like Sean. It's dangerous when you get a safety with that kind of length that you have and with the instincts to jump routes like you do with those long arms. But like, I'm sorry, just passing lanes by themselves become tighter because you got the
Yeah,
wingspan of a pterodactyl, bro. Like you you so they got you listed at 6'1". You're taller than 6'1" now, I'm guessing.
I'm about 6'1.5", 6'2". I'm definitely past 6'1" though. I'm definitely past 6'1".
80% arms, y'all. It's
Yeah,
bro, 80% arms. He arms and football IQ. Everything else is instincts. It's just that's what he built of. But that frame, it makes sense why you like those sort of safeties and why you like watching those sort of safeties. And you watch a guy like Jamal Adams who has that ability to come downhill like you do. So you can see watching your game. Okay, I can see why he picked from them and why he watched them.
yeah,
It's
because
that's
I can
that
make those
football IQ
plays.
of you going, I'm not just about to watch anybody. I'm gonna watch somebody that he looked like me. Let me watch him. He
Yeah,
do what I do. That I love that right there, especially from a DB, right? Because being a student of the game at DB, it puts you ahead. Everyone always says it's hard to be in DB, obviously, because the receiver knows what he's doing and you have no idea. So
yeah.
being a student of the game the way you are, and you can see it on your film, your ability to jump routes, like people don't jump routes if they don't know what's coming. You clearly you
Yeah,
clearly have gotten the game down to a point where you know your keys, you know what you're looking at, you understand formations. On some of these plays, like on that screen, all you needed to see was a motion and you started going.
yeah.
So
Like
that
you
film
just keep running.
study pays off in real time.
Yeah, you can see me running while everybody's still like yeah.
That when do you feel like film study really paid off for you that big? I know you said this year is the game really started slowing down. Is that when you really noticed it? When it was like, oh, like I'm moving, but nobody else moving yet for that split second?
Really, like my freshman year, I played with my brother, and he was on it bad. He was down pat for everything. So I had to follow what he was doing, and I felt like I was out there moving slow, and he moving so fast. So it was so I had to do whatever he was doing to start moving like how he was moving. Because when I was a freshman, boy, he was like it was felt like brother was the only person on the defense. He was getting all the tackles. It was everything.
You know what's funny about that? There's an underclassman right now saying that about you. There's somebody in that locker room like,
Yeah,
man, if I could just move like Drake, if I could just move like him, I guarantee you I can get on the field more. Like there is that shift, right? Like
yeah,
now it's your job to tell the younger dude, hey, this you got to do X, Y, Z. You gotta study. You gotta really love this game, and you gotta. I ain't get like this by sitting on the couch. I got like this by putting in the work. So they looking at you the same way you was looking at your brother.
yeah,
It's crazy how that works, isn't it?
yeah.
And so somebody looking at 11 like when he leave, I'm finna wear that, and it's crazy, but that's happening right now.
Yeah, it's all a cycle. I guess it's all a cycle.
It's all a cycle, and that's how Mandarins built this tradition. Is it's passed down from the next person to the next person. You saw your brother, somebody seeing you, somebody gonna see him, and somebody else gonna put on that 11, and he gonna think I gotta live up to his standard or pass it. I can't come up
Yeah,
short if I put on bro jersey.
it's gonna look bad.
You know what I'm saying? We all know what
Yeah,
that's like. Everybody want to say, "Give me his jersey," but that come with that come with responsibility. That boy a
yeah,
beast. So I gotta show up and show out.
definitely.
So, bro, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
When y'all season is over, we got to do a recap when y'all go ahead and win that state so we can watch your full season and you can let everybody know just how nasty it got in state and in the playoffs. Obviously,
Definitely.
we I've been watching, gonna continue to watch. I guarantee you people that are watching this gonna be like, okay, I gotta keep up with him now. So let
Right.
them know where they can follow you on Instagram and Twitter. And I'm gonna link those down here in the description so you can go follow him. Because whether you are Florida, Florida State, Miami, Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, no matter who you a fan of, the boy, he got the offer. So you might as well, you're gonna want to keep up with him. Well, no matter who you are in the comments, he got the offer. So don't ask me, is my school looking at him? The answer is yes, they are. So tell them where they can follow you.
My Instagram is tmh.drake and my Twitter is Drake Stubbs1. Y'all go hit me up, show me some love on there. And actually I do got a little bit of receiver background because back then, like way back then, like 2018, it was in the national championship and I caught the game winning touchdown. I caught the
What
game touchdown to Pop Warner. It wouldn't pass my head, but yeah, in
if
2018,
you got that clip, DM me that clip. I want to
I
see
got you. I got
that.
you.
I want to see that. So when y'all see me post this, y'all go, why he posting this? So this is gonna drop Thursday. So if I post that before Thursday, that's why I posted a random clip of a Pop Warner dude mossing somebody. This is why. So if you're wondering, like, why does he post that? You're gonna see it probably a day later. Go
Yeah,
follow Brody right now. Click off this video. Well, hit the like, do all the YouTube stuff. I'm terrible at saying that. Subscribe, do all that. Now click off the video. Go follow bro right now. You're going to want to keep up with him. Trust me, the season is not over. They still got their playoff run, and he does put his games on huddle so you can keep up with his highlights game to game as well. Thank you so much for coming on, bro. Enjoy the rest of your night.
you too.
Obviously, we gonna chop it up at the end of the season. Send me that clip. And if
Definitely.
they ever stream your games, shoot me the link. I'll pull up to them from the crib, and I'll be live tweeting like I'm that uncle in the stand screaming, "Come on, Drake!"
Yes, sir.
That's your boy. Appreciate you, bro. Like, share, subscribe. If you're still listening to this, you haven't listened to me the first time. Click off the video now. Go follow bro right now. We out.